Okay, we've got one more thing we need to do. We need to talk about working from home. Okay, these days you've got people within your family and your friends that have lost their job or that are having to work from home, that because their kids are there, that's not working for, there's issues, and we want to talk about that and see what we can do to help. All right, so I've got this daggum glare. I'm just going to do this for a moment. All right, so some things you need to know. I've been working from home since about 2004. The standard brick and mortar workforce was not working for me. I have a mental illness. I have bipolar disorder. And I think even before that, I had trouble staying with jobs more than a couple of years. There was a lot of reasons. It just was not working for me. I love helping people, but I was very socially awkward because of the way I grew up, different circumstances. And I just didn't. I could do it, I was good at what I did, but it didn't fit. I had to figure out a different way to do it. I had to figure out how I could do that my way. So I did. My friend Bartra and I did a lot of research. I mean, we researched for over a month to look and find out what was legitimate and what wasn't legitimate, what the scams were. Let's see, I think it was Workplace Like Home was one of the first resources we had. It is more or less a board where you have people posting about their experience with different companies. Workplace Like Home is going to get you started on knowing which ones are legitimate, which companies are legitimate, and which ones aren't, and you can see how many opportunities you have. Some companies like, say, Apple or Amazon, you're going to most likely have, or U-Haul, lots and lots of companies are doing this now. You're going to have a set schedule that you commit to. Some of them do offer benefits, so there's that may work for you. You also have places like, I used to work for Cloud 10, and I now work for Working Solutions, and I pick my schedule as long as the hours are available for the client that I'm doing customer service for. If it's available during their hours, or the hours already haven't been taken, then I can do that. I can take whatever hours I need, and if something comes up, I'm going to drive my husband to the VA. I can change my hours. And for Working Solutions, 99% of the projects that are available, you are going to be committing to 20 hours a week. Okay? And there's different things that go with that. Every client is different, but they are going to be absolutely upfront with you about what their expectations are. They are going to train you and equip you with everything you need, knowledge-wise and program-wise, to do your job and do it effectively. That means that even if you aren't working tech support right now, if you have the resources and you have the training, you just might be able to do tech support just fine and learn some things in the process that may help you out. Okay, so you also want to be aware that you're going to need to have a work environment that is dedicated to someplace that is quiet and has the things that you need. You don't have a lot of background noise. There's things you can do about background noise that help. You're going to run into challenges oftentimes where your family, you are right there, and all they have to do is walk through the door. And so it's going to take them some time to understand that you are not available, that you are working, and this is your space and your time. And so they're going to have to work around that. You will absolutely run into people that say, well, I have a real job. Honey, I have a real job. It makes real money, and I spend it on real food and real light bills. So, and again, I've been doing this since 2004. This is the people you call up when your order has not shown up yet, or something was broken in your order. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. And I've been doing it for quite some time now. All right. So where I'm working right now is Working Solutions. It's one of the best companies I've worked for so far. Been with them since 2015, and we're looking at 2020, so that's 5 years. All on this company doing the same thing. I've worked for, I've represented different companies within. They contract for different companies and provide them with the workforce, okay? Working Solutions does that. So I've worked for different clients. I am an independent contract. That means things like electricity and mortgage payments and rent payments and your internet and your phone and a certain percentage of taxes that you pay, all your equipment, your computers and your headsets, and all of these things are tax deductible. Do I have medical benefits? Well, I do through my husband, but is it provided by my workspace? No, it is not. And as long as your space is dedicated to your work and it's not a bedroom and things like that, you can legitimately, without question and absolutely legally, claim whatever percent that this room takes up of your house. That percent, the property tax, and again, all of these things, your rent payment, that percent is a business expense. And at the end of the year, when you file your 1090, use your 1099 and you file your taxes, you want to go through and answer all those questions because it is going to help. And you are, okay, so, and then for me, when you're self-employed, you're basically supposed to pay quarterly taxes. But what I do instead, because it's easier for me and I'm not going to lose track and I'm not going to find myself at the end of the year having to pay in. So I take 15% right off the top of my check and I do an electronic transfer to the IRS. At the end of the year, I log into my IRS account, and on my tax form, I list each of the deposits or each of the transfers and the amounts that I paid into the IRS, and there you go, it's taken care of. All right, so let's go back to Working Solutions. Again, you've got Workplace Like Home, and you've got Rat Race Rebellion that are good resources to tell you what's a scam and what isn't, and the different companies that are available and hiring right now, and other people's experience with those companies. All right. If you will go to workingsolutions.com, you will come into a page that tells you what the company is and what they do. This is, by the way, a woman-owned business, which might be a big deal for you, it might not, but again, it has been a very positive experience for me. So on that page, you may end up with workingsolutions.com/who-we-are, who-we-are/careers. If you Google Working Solutions, you're going to find it, okay? All right, so you want to get to the place where you see Join the Woohoo Crew. Don't get me started on Woohoo. You're just going to have to get used to it. All right, so you can go to jobs or careers or what have you. You're looking for a button that says Apply to Work from Home. You're going to click on that button. You are going to fill out the application. You're going to see it loading. You get the figure 8. Work at home jobs, learn more, apply now. You want to go into learn more. It's going to tell you about their expectations, about environment, and all the good things about working for this company and working from home, but also a very real account of what your relationship is to Working Solutions, okay? So you, at that point, you're like, yay, I'm gonna do it. I just lost my job. I can't babysit. I can't do it. Okay, so you need a job. All right. When you click and go to the job listings, there's different things that'll list, like insurance verification representative, sales development representative, senior living, consumer care. What that is that's something you can pick that is along the lines of something that you're interested in, and those positions represent a specific client that they are staffing for, okay? So they're looking for someone who is able, willing, interested in working for a place with that skill. So I'm going to click on Senior Living Customer Care. And then in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to see Apply. Okay, and you're going to enter your email address. It's going to walk you through the application process. If you have a real nice resume, or if you want to make a real basic resume of where you've worked, that's great. It's going to ask you about your skills and your typing speed and how many hours you're available. I recommend strongly that you put at least 20 hours availability in the days that you're most due. You pick the days you're most commonly available for. Most of them prefer that some weekends and Fridays and whatnot are covered, but they rarely require it. Rarely. You are going to get to a point where you're going to need to submit and test your PC to make sure it meets the requirements, the minimum requirements for Working Solutions. They have made a basic standard of what does and does not qualify in anything in addition to that for a specific project. They're going to let you know about up front before you commit to it. All right, so when you go through the process, long about the first or second page, there's gonna be a spot that asks you if there was anybody that referred you. Please, if you don't mind, put my agent ID. My agent ID is 831-543-830. Now, yes, I want to give you this opportunity, and it is a fantastic opportunity, and it has changed everything for me. It has enabled me to be more productive and capable than I would be otherwise. If you will do that for me and you will enter my agent ID, I do in fact get a bonus for anyone who joins and applies and successfully completes their training and has worked so many hours. I'm going to get a bonus for that. I don't know what it is at the moment. Usually it's 100 or so, which means that you also have that opportunity. Please don't refer somebody that is going to make you sorry that you did, or make the company sorry that you did. Okay, don't do that to yourself. So if you've got a friend with a need, absolutely share this opportunity with them. Give them your agent ID and benefit from this. There's no reason, if you benefit from something, if you get something good, help somebody get something good, okay? All right. So then the next thing you want is, you can get this before, during, or after. I want you to have access to the PC requirements. The reason why I want you to have this is, number one, so you don't have to remember it and try and figure out, especially if you're not, real super familiar with the structure and the components and the specifications of a computer. I need you to go to jobs.workingsolutions.com/FAQ. It's going to take you to a page that says, whoa, first things first. And it's going to talk about working for Working Solutions, becoming an agent, working compensation. Third one down, the last one is contractor employment comparison. Right above that, the third one down is system requirements. If you hit the plus sign, it will tell you what what operating systems are qualifying, which is 8.1 and 10, various versions of those two. And it'll answer questions about if you have Mac or Enterprise or Education and so forth. It'll list the web browsers that you will or may need. Most of my projects primarily use Google Chrome, but some do use Internet Explorer or Edge, or Firefox does qualify for some of them. It lists the processor you need, including not just the class or the version, but also like the speed. You need 1.5 gigahertz. So yes, they do accept Intel, some of the Intel chips, and it does also accept some of the AMD. And it tells you expressly what is not supported, what you cannot use. It tells you how much memory you need. You need 8 gigabytes of RAM. It talks about audio. It is now pretty much 100% voice over IP, which means you're going to have a program that you on your computer that connects your audio device to the client's program, and you're going to be answering the phone through your PC. A personal recommendation right now. I have used just about every brand of headset that is out there, and I'm telling you, you are not going to find the audio quality that you need unless you get Plantronics, or I think the other one is Sennheiser. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure on the second one. This is my go-to. These right here are like normally 2, 3, whatever, hundreds of dollars. I happen to have gotten these as a beta tester, so I scored on that. But absolutely, get that $35, $40 pair of headphones, and it's going to hold you. You might want to get a couple of them, just so because electronics only last so long, you're going to yank on it. Anyway, have backup, okay? All right. Laptops are supported, by the way, as long as they meet those requirements. So Plantronics and the specifications that you need. It'll tell you what is not compatible, what equipment you need, internet service providers that are qualifying, cable, fiber optic, and DSL. There is specific bandwidths that they are looking for. So in other words, that page, jobs.workingsolutions.com/FAQ, is going to give you everything you need to start your home business, because you are an independent contractor. That's exactly what this is. It is a home business. All right. So that's the basics of what you need. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I wish you luck, and I wish you the best, and I hope this changes your life as much as it has for mine. I honest to God believe that the workforce has been headed in this direction for quite a long time. It makes sense for businesses. It affects their bottom line and their profit. You are not paying for maintaining a building and the air conditioning and electricity and the equipment and the liability insurance and those things for employees, because they are responsible for all of those things. We are responsible for our work environment and our equipment and interpersonal relationships. So you're not being drug into HR because so-and-so said something because you looked at them funny. No, this is your space, your home, your business, and you're handling it. They aren't handling it for you. So it benefits them and it benefits us. The thing is that COVID just accelerated the process. I had already set a goal to convert my entire county to working from home. And I have made progress on that goal. And now it's even easier for me to make progress on that goal. So, yes, we were already headed this direction. I realize that it's difficult. The hardest thing for people is the isolation. And you're going to have that isolation whether you're working from home or not right now. There are things you can do. You need to be mindful of needing to be outside this office and talk to people other than yourself and your little people. So you need to go sit out on the porch. You need to go for a walk. Whatever it is, self-care is critical. Don't forget yourself in these situations. If you don't take care of you, then somebody else is going to have to, and you can't give what you don't have. You cannot give somebody sugar if you have not stocked your cupboard. So, yeah, give yourself some time so you can give other people some time. Take care of your health, and while you're doing that, most likely you're going to be feeding the people around you and benefiting them. All right, so that is working from home. I will do my best to post links to Working Solutions. I will try and get Workplace Like Home and Rat Race Rebellion and the FAQs that list the specifications for the equipment you will need, which is specifically, as I said, for Working Solutions. One more time, I'm going to give you my agent ID because I hope you will help me out with that. But more importantly, it is far more important to me that I help you. Okay? All right. So my agent ID is 831-543-830. Thank you for taking the time to listen and allowing me to help you. It's my goal to spend 100%, eventually 100% of the time that I'm not taking care of my home, and in the things that I need to handle here, helping other people, using the resources and the information that I have to be a benefit and make a difference. So thank you for allowing me to do that and for being a part of it. You have a fantastic day. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let's get the word out there. There's plenty of people that need this, and I will talk to you later.